What's going on, fitness for you junkies and fitness enthusiasts all around the globe? Welcome back to another episode of Fitness for You. So, I've been getting this big question lately, and I've been avoiding answering it because I get it from everybody. And it's such a common question, I feel like everyone has answered it, in their own way or form. But I've been getting it a lot, especially at my work, so I want to address it to you guys. So, the big question is, how do I get big naturally? Right? How do I put on size? Right? Naturally. So this is taking out of the equation anybody who is on test, any kind of, steroid, which is great. That's awesome. I respect you guys, but this is not a video for you. Or maybe it is. Who knows? Stay tuned. Anyway, so I've had many coaches, right, through the years that I've been doing bodybuilding, and here are some of the commonalities that I've found between them all, right, which has helped me naturally put on size and cut down and do the whole bodybuilding thing, whatever. So I get, let's just say Billy Bob over here comes over me and says, "Hey Ricky, how do I put on size, man?" I say, "Okay, what are you eating? And how much are you eating?" He says, "Oh, I'm eating a lot. I'm eating so much. It's not working." And it's like they want to find this magical pill or this magical solution. So I say, "Okay, tell me what you're eating." And Billy Bob's like, "I eat in the morning, I have 3 bowls of cereal, I have a protein shake and 1 egg. And then for lunch, I have a pie of pizza and cheeseburger. And then for dinner, I have whatever my mom makes me." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Okay, well, there's your problem." And he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "You don't have structure to anything that you do." He's like, "What?" And I basically go on to say that, it's not about this enormous consumption of calories. You got to ask yourself, what am I putting into my body? And I find that with a lot of young people, there's no structure to their diet and there's no structure to their meal plan. Same thing. But, I always tell them, try this. Try taking 5 meals a day. Let's put structure into your diet. 5 meals a day. Know what you're eating from meal 1 all the way down to meal 5. Just try that. Just as a general rule of thumb, and see what happens. And what I've seen is when people structure out their meals, they have the right proteins and carbohydrates and fats into their diet, right? They see progression. Why? Because it's not a bunch of random food that they're eating every day. They're not randomly binge eating. They're not randomly eating just a bunch of calories, anything they can find. Their body is structured out, right? They're getting in their 300 grams of protein. They're getting in their 200 grams of carbs, whatever you want to call it. Right? So the whole point is, if you're looking to put on size, you need to have structure in your diet. You need to meal prep. Hands down. You don't do that, you're going to get nowhere fast. Seriously. So another thing to avoid too when you're trying to put on size is binge eating. Just stop. You're going to get fat. Hands down, you're going to get fat. I see too many people. They're like, "Oh, I'm a bodybuilder. I'm here to get big. I'm going to buy 2 pies of pizza and eat it all." Not to say that I'm a hypocrite, because I'm a total hypocrite, because I've done that in the past. But to do that on a daily basis, it doesn't make any sense. You're binge eating. You're putting all this crap into your body. You don't even know what you're putting in. The whole point is randomly binge eating and randomly having all this food. You're not going to help yourself. You're not going to put on quality size. You're going to get fat. And a lot of people have this misconception where they're like, "Oh, well, bodybuilders, in the 90s, they got really, really big, and it was about how big you got, and then you cut down and get shredded." Yeah, but what they fail to realize is the body works in 2 different ways. We're either anabolic or catabolic, as a natural. And they don't realize when they accumulate all of this fat, right? They have to cut it all down, and when you're cutting down fat, you're also cutting down muscle. So all that muscle you worked for is right out the window, right? So basically what we're looking for is, right, I want you to try this. If you're looking to get big, if you're a beginner, I want you to try this. I want you to try structuring out 5 meals a day with proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Now, not to say carbohydrates should be in every freaking meal, right? When I'm the carbohydrates, the complex carbs like rice and potatoes, I'm not talking about that, right? Put more veggies in your diet, right? I want to see that. Your body, when it's in a more alkaline state, grows, right? You don't want to be so acidic. You don't want all that crap in your body. The more healthier your body is, the better you're going to grow. So more veggies in your diet, cucumbers, diuretics, spinach, things like that. That stuff's gonna make you grow. As funny as it is, combine that with your proteins and your carbohydrates, and you got yourself a good deal. So, rule of thumb, 5 meals a day. Try that general rule of thumb. See where it goes and edit from there, right? Don't binge eat. Have a nice solid cheat meal once a week. Don't binge eat because it's gonna get you nowhere, right? And you know the deal. Love your body, love your mind, and love your soul. Stay happy, everybody.